Welcome back to Great Stuff About Animals, the podcast for animal lovers of all ages. I'm Alice.
And I'm Liam. And today, we're talking about one of the most incredible tricks in the animal kingdom. We're talking about the art of disappearing.
Nature's greatest magic trick might be happening right in front of our eyes without us even knowing it. In the animal kingdom, there are creatures so perfectly camouflaged that we could be inches away from them and never realize they're there.
That's such a fascinating way to think about it. The best disguise artists in nature are probably the ones we never even notice.
You know what's incredible? Scientists estimate that some octopus species can display up to 50 different distinct patterns through their chromatophores, specialized cells that act like living pixels across their skin.
The biological complexity behind that is mind-blowing. How do they process and match their surroundings so quickly?
Well, their skin actually contains 3 different types of cells working together: chromatophores for color, iridophores for reflective patterns, and leucophores for brightness. It's like having millions of tiny, living television screens all over their body.
And they can change faster than we can blink our eyes, right? The speed is just incredible.
Exactly. Recent studies have shown they can transform their appearance in just 200 milliseconds. That's about half the time it takes us to blink. And what's even more fascinating is that they can maintain these changes even while sleeping.
Speaking of remarkable adaptations, let's talk about those zebra stripes. They seem like they would make them more visible, not less.
That's where it gets really interesting. Research has shown that when zebras move together in a herd, their stripes create something called motion dazzle. It's so effective that studies suggest lions can't track individual zebras once the herd starts moving.
So it's not about blending in with the background at all. It's about creating visual confusion.
And here's something surprising. Scientists have discovered that zebra stripes also help prevent biting flies from landing on them. The pattern actually disrupts the insect's visual systems, making it difficult for them to make a controlled landing.
That's such an unexpected benefit. Nature really does think of everything, doesn't it?
Speaking of unexpected adaptations, let's talk about the snowshoe hare. These animals don't just change their coat color seasonally. They actually undergo significant metabolic changes as well. Their fur transformation is triggered by changes in daylight hours, not temperature.
But that's becoming a real problem with climate change, isn't it?
Exactly right. Recent studies show that snowshoe hares are mismatched with their environment up to 36 days longer than they were just a few decades ago. When you're white against a brown background, you might as well be wearing a neon sign that says, "Eat me."
That really shows how delicate these evolutionary adaptations can be.
And you know what's fascinating about stick insects? Scientists have identified over 3,000 species, and some of them have evolved to mimic specific plants down to the tiniest detail, including having marks that look like insect damage on leaves.
The level of detail is incredible. How long does evolution take to perfect something like that?
Well, genetic studies suggest these precise mimicry patterns have been developing for over 100 million years. That's longer than the time since dinosaurs went extinct. And some species are still evolving new features today.
That kind of timescale really puts our human existence into perspective.
And here's something mind-bending. Some deep-sea creatures use counter-illumination, producing light from their undersides to match the exact brightness of the water above them. It's like they're erasing their own shadows.
That's taking camouflage to a whole new level. It's almost like they're becoming invisible.
The really fascinating thing is that we're still discovering new forms of camouflage. Just last year, researchers found a species of fish that can manipulate the way light bounces off their scales to become virtually invisible in certain conditions.
It makes you wonder what other incredible adaptations are still out there, waiting to be discovered.
And that's really the most exciting part. We're only scratching the surface of understanding these remarkable survival strategies. Every new discovery shows us just how ingenious nature can be when it comes to the art of hiding in plain sight. That's it for today's show. Thank you for listening and see you next time as we'll dig into a new fascinating thing about animals.